Hello. 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 Hello, people. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening, everyone. Hi. Hello, Tony. Hello, Strick. Hello, Hula. Welcome, welcome. Welcome, welcome. Tonight I want to do something very different. Because we worked enough on artificial intelligence, at least. I mean, we worked a few days on it. Well, maybe 4 days or something like that for evenings. And I think it's always nice to change a bit, even if obviously changing is causing a bit of overhead, because it means that I have to detach my brain from the problem and then put it back maybe in 1 week or when we will restart that. But I think it makes the stream also more interesting because you see different things, and also helps me to, you know, to avoid the grind, you know, to so it's a lighter experience also for me. So yeah. So what we're gonna do, I would like to try to modify a bit our characters, okay? I don't want to change them completely. I don't want to, you know, really develop, you know, a full new model, but I commissioned, I mean, the reason why I'm doing this is because I commissioned actually one of the characters remake, and I got an answer today with the first deliverable, and it doesn't look like what I wanted because it's super high poly, and I don't know. I think probably the person didn't really understand exactly what I want, or I mean, what has to be done, because the model is 25k polygons and doesn't really make a lot of sense at that level. I mean, we cannot use it like that, and also the technique that he used is basically, you know, mostly tessellation, and I don't know, I didn't like it too much. Yes, he also did some sculpting for sure, but so I said, well, maybe, you know, certain characters, at least the minimum fixes that we need, I'm going to do them myself, right? Which hello, Marcellum. Hi, welcome. I'm gonna do them myself, which obviously, considering that I'm not an artist, they will not be the same quality, right, as if someone that knows what he's doing is actually doing the job. But I think we'll be better. I think we'll be anyway better than what we have today, right? So the idea is to take some of our characters and fix the most evident issues, okay? And there are some very evident issues. Now, I don't know if you want me to start from a particular model. I mean, if you are passionate about one in particular and you want to say, yes, please do that first. But I think my idea is to start from the one that looks the worst, right? So the one that maybe is looking bad compared to today's standards, and at least improve the joints, okay? So like the elbows, the knees, the worst I mean, this kind of locations, which are locations where you usually bend the joint, and if they don't have enough geometry, it's really evident, you know, that the things are bad, you know, the things are not looking good. You see the spikes, you know, you really see the spikes. Now consider that nowadays, if you take a modern character, let's try character let's say 3D character wireframe. If you take a modern character, right, meaning made for games that are, I mean, games of today. I would not say the games that will be, you know, 2 years from now, 3 years from now, because obviously in theory, if you are developing a game now, you should build it thinking to the computers that will be available in 2 years from now, right? Because your game will be out 2 years from now. But this is not how we work, okay? The way we work is just to work for today and try to put out something today, okay? But let's say that our characters are looking like this, or yeah, I would say this one is very similar, but I can show you the one in game, right? But there is a bit of the quality that we have in terms of polygons, and you can see these squares, right? And you can see the quality. But modern characters are looking more like yes, also like this one. I think is a very good compromise. This one is a very good compromise between low poly and quality. So I think is this one, for example, is a very well made model. Good job with that. For example, this one is too much, right? So there are too many polygons compared to what you really require, right? So the problem is finding the right balance between details, and which then means speed and performance and quality. Yeah, but let's say yeah, for example, this character is very good quality. It's very good quality. Is pushing a lot on the face, so the face is pretty detailed, and they decided to have the nose and the mouth and the eyes very well detailed, and for a reason, because maybe this character is ready for facial animation, right? So the ability to smile and to get angry and such. But the other part of the body, like for example this part here, is relatively low poly, but for sure is way more than what we have now, right? Way more than what we have now. So consider that this guy is, yes, 27,000 polygons, and okay, he's fully equipped. So he has, and by the way, here we are seeing quads, right? We are not seeing triangles. So actually the best would be to see it in triangles, because, but okay, you can like imagine it, right? So you split each one in two. So this one is a very good model for our standards. I would say a bit too high poly, because I think we are shooting for 7-8K. This one is 27K. I think with equipment we can reach 10-11. So this is more than double of what we are thinking. I think they did some I think they have a bit of a waste somewhere, like for example this amulet I think is a real big waste of polygons. The ears is a big waste of polygons. These fingers are a big waste of polygons because they are too detailed. Yeah, so probably this model could be optimized, but it's a very nice model. So I mean, we want to reach a bit of the middle of the two. Now, not being an artist myself, I think is tough to produce something like that, right? So I don't think I can do it. But what I can do, I can take one of our models. So let's start to check which ones we think they are really bad. Tony's saying the dwarves are the most important. Yeah. Good evening, Maue. So let's say that I am like the emergency doctor, okay? So I'm not a real doctor. I'm the emergency doctor. So I'm the one that is like trying to fix the stuff that is really, 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 really broken, right? Really, really broken. For example, one guy that I think is really, really broken is the Diaboli or the Innon. Unless Zwei did some changes to it recently, which I don't think so. I think this model is very old, and you see here, you know, so for the wall torso, I mean, if you take the wall torso, and these are triangles, right? I mean, it can be like 15 triangles, right? 15 for the wall torso, right? And if you take the arms, mainly in the area where they bend, which is here, right? The area where they bend, which is the most important for 3D models, is very, very low poly. So it's very low poly. So when this guy bends, you will see these spikes, you know, coming out, very evident. And I'm not too concerned about the fingers, really. Even if I would say that, yes, like this thumb maybe could be less spiky, and but everything, I mean, the knees are basically 2 polygons here, 4 polygons, right? So consider this wall model is probably 1200 roughly. I mean, seeing it like this is probably 1200 polygons. So compared to, you know, compared to this one, right, is 20 times less. 20 times, right? Now we want to go here, but anyways, 20 times less. So we need to do something to fill the gap, right? We need to do something. I think, you know, the best is probably to look at them. By the way, I don't know if you've seen it, but it is the Diaboli skin color, right? It is the Diaboli skin color. When in light and when in darkness, which is, I think, is a very nice dark red, but I mean, doesn't look like blood really, but is nearly blood. So maybe one day so you see, like, for example, this shoulder, look at this shoulder. I mean, you see the spike, you know, right? And no one has a shoulder like this. No one has a shoulder like that. I think probably the Diaboli are really, I don't know why we have this issue with the eye. I think there is a problem with I think we should fix it. There is a problem here, by the way. Yeah. Some kind of problem. I think these two are probably the oldest. It's also true that are the ones that are less used in the game, or they are not very used in the game. Just to give you a good comparison, right? A good model is the one that we did together some time ago, which is the human female, right? If you look at a human female in wireframe, you see the difference, right? You see the difference. You can see it immediately, right? Between so look at how many polygons is the torso, right? Here, and look at how many polygons is the torso here, right? At least a double. Now, it's not 3 times, 4 times, 5 times, but, and for sure it's not 20 times, but is significantly higher. I think it's probably 3 times or more. And for example, if you look at the legs, here there is a bit of a waste, I have to say, but I mean, this is not really optimized fully, but there is also probably 2 or 3 times at least, right? The face, I remember we optimized it a lot, so this is a part that I did, and I think I optimized it quite a bit. And the hair also is very optimized, so is relatively low poly. But the result is very nice to see. I mean, yes, you can still see some spikes sometimes, but way less. The elbow looks normal. The inside of the elbow looks nice. There are also some, you know, extra details of the texture of the dress. So yeah. So the shoes are looking very nice, very smooth and round enough, you know. Now the texture is a bit stretched, unfortunately, but that's another problem. So they look round enough without going crazy, but they look, you know, decent. I mean, decent. I'm not saying is a very high poly model, but it looks decent, right? So if we compare like these shoes with these shoes, yeah, this one is about 2 times probably in terms of details, but it's not 20 times, right? It's not 20. Yeah, I think we are with this character, we are about half of that model we saw in the on the web. Yeah, so the idea is to try to fix some of the oldest. Now I cannot make them like this because it's too hard. I mean, again, I'm not an artist and I don't have, you know, also all the time, because it takes a lot of time to do one character, but we can do something. So where do we want to start? I think we can also take another approach, which is maybe we don't have to do a full character. We can do some pieces of a character. Like for example, for this one, we can decide to do the arms, right, which are really blocky, and the legs, and maybe on the Anki we can decide to do the face. For example, I remember the face of the Anki, yes, like this mouth is really square. It's really square. And then we will have the problem of the textures, right? Because then if we improve the model and the texture remain the same, but look, for example, at these arms again, the shoulder, right? How blocky is this, and how blocky is this part? So I'm trying to understand. Now the texture helps a lot, right? Because the texture is making things look more smooth anyway. But I mean, also the neck, you know, the neck going in here is so painful to see these days. It's so painful, boys. Because we really deserve better models, right? We really deserve better models. The arms, the shoulders. There are also some problems in the weighting. You see how this shoulder is moving I mean, the fact that this part in the middle is moving up this way is pretty bad. So it's because it's weighted the wrong way. So we need to, not to re-rig, but we need to definitely. So for example, I don't know, for the Yankee, we could add the teeth, you know, we could add some details to the mouth. The Cleros, I don't think it's the Cleros, I don't think it's too bad. I think thanks to the texture, it still look reasonably, I mean, I would not say good, but acceptable, right? I would say acceptable. So it's probably not the first one I would start from, because I mean, it aged well, right? I would say it aged well. Let me see if I can launch the music in the background. By the way, I have a bit of a news. We got a message from Epic that they are interested in showing some of the plane shift material on their website, which is very nice. So I think as part of the mega grants, they do some advertising. And so I actually received this message, which I guess I can show you, should be no problem. The email is a bit longer than that, but Epic Mega Grant. So, dear Luca, we are reaching out from the Mega Grant team at Epic Games, and we'd like to invite you to submit video and images content for your Mega Grant project Plane Shift to be used for future promotional purposes, right? The Unreal Engine team is compiling assets from the Mega Grant recipient all around the world in order to showcase the exciting developmental project within that program. So I think it's a way for them, you know, to showcase the fact that there are projects using Unreal Engine. And so I think that is nice. But also it's very good for us because we can put out some, you know, video or pictures, and maybe more people will be interested in the project. So I think that's nice. I just wanted to share it so that you know that it's there. Now I'm willing to commission the remake of all these characters. So if you know an artist that actually can do the job, let me know. Or if you are an artist that can do the job, let me know.
My most sincere
congratulations. Now, if we go to the Nolter, there is another one that kind of aged well, meaning that at least the shoulders are slightly better, right? I mean, not by far, but they are slightly more high polygons than the other ones, right? So still very low poly, but definitely a bit better. So probably these one are not the ones that I would touch first. The same for the male. We will have to solve this connection with the body. I mean, this is mostly a matter of vertex normals and UV, but yeah. But I would say that this character, for example, is not one of the worst ones. I think is maybe not the best, but I think is fine as it is at the moment. I don't want to change it. So the Nolter, I would say no. Then we have the Dwarves. The Dwarves, I think also aged well, but let me see. A bit of blockiness here in the shoulder, I would say, is there, but the face is not too bad. I mean, he may use some, but you see, for example, the difference on this one. You see the work on the joint, right? Here on the joint, were explicitly added, three loops, right? 3 loops to allow the elbow to bend the proper way, right? And also on the knee, you see, this is where let's say that the pants are meeting the lower leg, but in this part you see that there are a lot of polygons, because this allows basically when the character is bending the knee to avoid a lot of stretching, right? And so I think that this one is still in relatively good shape compared to the other. It's still bad, but for example, this one you can see the spikes, right? You can really see the spikes. So this one we could improve it, right? This one we could really improve it. Going back to the point of Tony before. I mean, this shoulder is really crying for, screaming for help, right? Really screaming for help. And this part of the leg as well is screaming for help. This one at the back. The face is not bad. The face, I would say, is not bad. But the shoulders are really, really, really to be fixed. I mean, they are super bad. I think it's also a bit the rigging and the weighting. Are you the only one working on this project? No, I've been, through the years, consider that this project is going on basically through my whole life, but, and I'm not that young anymore. So, I mean, dozens of people have worked on this project. Dozens of people. Thousands of hours, if not millions. Millions maybe not, but Ah, wait, I need to switch the scene. You're right. I need to switch. I have two scenes, two different scenes. This one, which is a simplified with my big face, and this one, which has all the things needed. By the way, we are now 53 Patreons, and so I decided to update the goal, and the new goal is 55 Patreons, which is amazing, by the way. So if you want to push for the 55 and you are not a Patreon yet, you can become one and get access to the alpha and get a supporter tag on Discord, get access to the supporter channel, and get some additional videos and stuff. So if you want to do it, it would be nice. If not, don't worry, we're going to make the game anyway. I would say the shoulders here are very, very, very bad. Yeah, then we have the human. The human is the human also is one of the lowest poly, and I think he needs a lot of work. But this one is the one that I commissioned. So before working on it, I would try to push again on the artist that I commissioned to finish the job if he can, and let's see what he comes up with. Okay. And then we have the Inun that we already analyzed. So, to me, okay, let's try to make a short mission. Okay, let's try to make a small mission for this. Well, it will not be small because I think it will take time, but let's make a new mission, boys. New mission. This one will be mission character improvement. Okay. So it will be Unreal Mission, character improvement, or 3D. Let's call it 3D character, so it will be a bit easier for me to find it out later on. So I think that the ones that really need love is the female Diaboli. You say Diaboli, eh? I say Diaboli in Italian, but you say Diaboli, and I'm fine with Diaboli. I'm fine. I don't have a problem with Diaboli. I think Diaboli is okay. Then I would say the shoulder, at least the shoulder of the male Stonehammer, I think is really needed. I mean, he's really crying for help. Then, I mean, this is not really a priority list yet. It's just what I saw. Then the Ilian male for sure, but this one, as I said, is actually on commission, and I hope something good will come out of it since I'm paying for it. Then the Kleros, no, at least not immediately. The Noltrir, no. The Yankee, I think the Yankee, I think both of them, I think is again shoulder and face in this case. I think it's mostly shoulder and face. While, for example, for the Diaboli is basically everything. Shoulder and face. The Kran. The Kran I didn't even open it. But the Kran... yeah, also the shoulder of the Dermorian, I think is pretty terrible. I think it's very bad. I think it's very bad. Dermorian male. It's the same. It's absolutely the same. Also the ear is super square, I don't know why. There is also this problem in the middle, we should fix it. This is just a problem of UV, I think. And the elbow, look at the elbow, how the elbow is twisted. This one I think it needs to really be redone. The elbow of this guy needs to be redone completely. But we will see. I think on the male, I think on the Dermorian male we have for sure shoulder, elbow are really bad. And here we have a problem with the textures. The textures are super low quality. So it's not a problem of the model. I mean, it's also a problem of the model, but really here the texture is shit, if I can say. I mean, the face I can live with that, but the ears, bro, the ears are bad. The ears are super bad. Also the ears of the female. I mean, we can make it slightly more round. I don't know about the elbow, but the elbow here seems to be slightly better. But still, I think he may use some work. Hello, editor. Hi. You decided to follow on Twitch? Good idea. Good idea. Okay, I think this is pretty much the list. The Kran. The Kran, I don't know, the Kran, I always like the model. I always like this model. And the fact that it's a bit square, yes, it is a bit square, but it's also made of stone, so... So I think it's... I mean, I think it is old. I mean, it's a very old model. But I think it still looks nice somehow. Maybe here in the front we can avoid this mega line, right? So maybe, but for example, the shoulder. If you take the shoulder of him, right? His shoulder are not too bad. You see, the shoulder is not too bad. I mean, it's round enough, and the elbow also seems to be. Well, the elbow may use some work here, definitely. So maybe on this guy we can say torso and elbow, maybe. Okay. Now, which is the priority, boys? Priorities. Which one you think are really needed? Consider Diaboli and Innun are the ones that are not very used in the game. So not many people have this model, right? Not many people have this model. I think a lot of people have Dwarf, Enki. This one... the Kran I think is acceptable. We can, or we start with the dwarf, and which I think is also the simplest because it's only one place. Is the shoulder? It is really bad. We can start with the dwarf. It's no problem with me. For sure, the Enki are more used than the Diaboli, so I think that the Enki should go for. Yeah, maybe that's the sequence. I think this can be the sequence for now. Don't forget the player never see this like this. They have some armor usually. Yeah, but when you put the armor, the model is exactly the same one. So if I take this lady, right, and you see the square of the shoulder, right, and I put the other armor, the square of the shoulder is identical, right? So if I put the Dermorian F arms chainmail, right, so now she's in the chainmail. And Dermorian F torso chainmail. You see? Now you may see that maybe you see it less because because the armor is the same color or whatever, but still this spike, you know, this spike is there, you see, is identical. But it's true that the texture can help a lot. Is way less evident than the base, right? Well, we can try to solve that as well. If you want my experience, I have never seen an ugly character in game. What do you mean? You mean that all the characters looks nice? What do you mean by that? What do you mean by that? Okay, let's go. Let's go. Let's do something, okay? So we said what? We said that we start from what? We start from the shoulder of the stone ember. Now, I'm saying shoulder, but I think we can also work on other pieces of him, okay? So it doesn't mean that we need to go only on the shoulder, but we will recheck the wall model. Where do I need to go? I need to go on the... First of all, I need to be sure that this one is up to date, because if it's not up to date... okay, if it's not up to date... But it is. Now, the model... So I did a lot of work here. I did a lot of work to organize the files. So I really hope that the files are in good shape, okay? I really hope so. When do you do another bug fix round? I don't know. Soon, for sure. Soon. I don't know, a few days. Okay. So let me get comfortable with this guy 1 second in terms of structure and everything. So we have the different birds. Let me just lower the music a bit because it's so we have the different birds. Okay, I don't know if the birds needs love, but maybe they need love. Like for example, you know, here we can add a bit of a, you know, just make it more round than this, right? I mean, we can. It's not a big issue. Now I need to understand which kind of technique we want to use, but I think it's not too hard to figure it out. Will be just like a chamfer on, you know, like a add border or something like that. The armature I can hide it because we don't need it. Yeah, I think that these eyebrows really need some love. Really need some love. I think it's also a matter of these smoothing. So I think that these ones have, yeah, they have, you see, they have sharp edges here, and I don't know exactly why they have sharp edges there. I mean, it's not really a good idea to have sharp edges in that point, because it really makes the... It really makes this stand out. So if I go here and I remove the sharp edges, I think it will already look better just by doing this. Maybe we can leave it on the bottom, maybe. I think it will, you see, it's already looking better. Now here we have a big issue with the texture. The texture is super low quality, and the fact that the texture is super low quality is not really helping, because this texture is very, very old. I mean, this texture is I mean, if not one of the first, but anyway, close to be one of the first that we ever did. So this one really needs to be redone. Yeah, so the only space for the eyebrows, I think, is this piece, right? Yes, this is the piece of the eyebrow. So consider that this texture is already low quality, plus we have such a small space to manage the eyebrows, and so unfortunately this is the result, right? There are some very weird sharp. The other problem is that there are some very, very weird sharp edges. I mean, edges marked as sharp where there is no reason why they should be marked sharp, right? I think the one at the bottom makes sense, but everything else... So I think what I will do, I will take this line. I will take this line and this line, and I will try just to add some geometry to it, right? But here we need a better texture. There's no way. Getting rid of the coats would make the dwarf look better. No, we just need to change the coat. The coat is beautiful. It's just the color that is a bit weird, but the model of the coat is very, very nice. It's a very nice model, very well made. But the problem is the colors are not the best ones, I agree. I don't know if I also want to change this part at the top, or... Okay, let's see if we can chamfer this thing without going crazy in Blender. Can we... Wait. How is the chamfer called in Blender? It's called chamfer? No, it's called what? Oh fuck, all the names are always different than what I'm thinking. The bevel is called bevel? Okay. It's called the bevel. And then I assume that I have the ability to decide. What the fuck? Okay. Welcome to Blender. Welcome to Blender. Okay, why is not beveling this corner? Why doesn't bevel this corner? Why? Percent. Why is doing it on the wall model instead of doing it only where I asked him to do it? Okay, this will be an hard journey, boys. This will be an hard journey. Why is not doing it where I want? Why? 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 Bevel. Bevel. Bro, I need it only on the corner that I selected. Select the edge and Control B. Much better. Control B. Is it here in the menu? Bevel edges. Okay, much better. Thank you, Marcel. Sometimes, you know, sometimes things look harder than they should look. I mean, why they don't just do it also on the one that you select from the modifier? Because the modifier is automatically done on everything? I don't know. But why? If I have something selected. If I have something selected, right? But anyway. Can you do it in one chunk like this? Obviously not. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. It is nice. Okay. Now, we are not adding much, but, you know, percentage-wise, we are doubling the geometry, right? Now, do you think he kept the UV? Yeah, I think he kept the UV. Did he do it also in the... Wait, let me try to redo it. With keep face correctness selected. Okay, now... Yes and no. I don't know if he can do it with the... But anyway, in case we can reset it, it's so easy. I mean, it's so... It's so easy in case... Now, this is not significantly better, but... I mean, this is not, I would say, perfect, but... is already way better than before, right? Can I move slightly slower, please? Thank you. I know I could use the mirror, but when I use the mirror, it never works. Because our model are never mirrored, but I can try. Mirror X, what happens if I do it? Let me try if it works for this time. Doesn't give a shit. Mirror never works for me, I don't know why. Never. I think because probably you need to create the model from the beginning that is mirrored, otherwise it's slightly different, and that slightly is enough to make it, you know, make it not working. Please don't mess up with me so much. Now for this one we really need a new texture. We really need a new texture. There is no way, right? Because Okay, the geometry is a bit better because it's slightly, but at the end here the problem is the texture, which is terrible. But I think it's already better. Now here I don't really need these things, but slightly better, but the texture is a problem. The texture is a big issue. Also, I think that now we broke some of the... No? We didn't? Yeah, we did. We did. It's all broken, boys. It's all broken. Why I cannot move it? Ah, that's why. Yeah, we broke it a bit. We broke it a bit. How do I merge the UV vertices? Is the same as... Yeah, it's the same. Okay, nice. Is the same as... Yeah, we broke it a lot. I don't know why it didn't keep the... But it didn't. Definitely it didn't. Here I have no idea what is going on. There are all these crazy vertices all around the place. What the fuck? Now, if we want to give a bit more texture to these eyebrows, we could use this part of the texture, right? So we could just change the UV and put them in another area, which is maybe, you know, more quality, like here. But we can try. Ah, by the way, the other one is completely broken as well. Fuck. Maybe it's easier if I just remap it. I don't know. Maybe it's easier if I just do by distance and hope for the best. By distance is too much. Like, for example, there is this part here which is kind of, I don't know, the middle of nowhere. In theory, we could take, you know, all of this and say fuck it, we'd put it here, rotate it 90 and increase then in sides. The problem is that I think it will look, I don't know if it will look better at the end or not. Potentially, potentially not. And also we have a problem with some of these vertices which are in bad shape. Wow. So many. Um, Why we have all this sharp in the stupid places? I don't understand. This is a bad mapping or something that we did at the beginning. I don't know why we have so many sharps in weird places. It is just making the model looks worse for nothing. I mean, also these sharps should not be there. The one at the back, if you want, you can have it, but I would say also no. I think the only one that if you want to have are these ones, the real borders. The real borders you can have as sharp, but so that he knows where to end. But these ones, I would say no. Look, there are some weird, like there is another sharp here. What? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Here there is a bit of a fuck up, huh? There is something weird here. There is like a piece of bear that is not matching with the edge. I don't understand. What? There is one vertex. There is one vertex. Let me remove the correct face 1 second. Because this vertex is pushing on a triangle. On a triangle there is no vertex. Okay. So that's why. So that's why. Yeah, always split it. I think the best would be to split it actually. The best would be to take... But it even looks like there are two of them. I don't understand. Subdivide. Let's do subdivide. And then we take this one. And if I can move it with correct vertex to here, right, and match it and merge it, I think we will be good. Okay. I think we have the same issue probably on the other side as usual. But now we know the trick, so... Yes. So now here we have one edge only, right? Before we had two edges in this place. Now we have one edge only, which is nice. In fact, when I clear the sharp, now it's really clearing it, right? Before it was not clearing it. So we cleaned up a bit this beard. I mean, it was not what we wanted to do in the beginning, but those lines, those eyebrows were so bad that I couldn't, you know, I couldn't avoid fixing them. So basically, this is the new one. Now they will be colored, but this is the new one. And I would say we will re-import it anyway, so we will see it. We will see the new and old. Right. So these are the old one. Look at how strong is the light separation. And maybe we can try to import it right away and see if it works. Wait. We can try to re-import it right away. Yeah, but anyway, that really needed a fix, huh? I mean, they're small things, but consider that they are very. I think they are very evident at the end. So I don't know if we should do the move to the move to this place. We can try and see how it looks. Okay, let's export it. Let me save it as version 3. Even if I mean, I can even keep version 2 because anyway we have Subversion with all the versions of it. So maybe I can just save it over and that's it. Okay, to export it, I need the armature, because this is a mesh. So it's the armature plus the mesh that have to be exported together, because it is a skeletal mesh. And I have to go under modules and export the bear number 1. I need to say selected object only. I need to say edges. I need to say the form bone, side leaf bone, whatever, and then export. And then in theory, from this side, I should just say re-import, right? Uh-oh. 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 Something happened to our legs. Something happened to our legs, but are the eyebrows better? Yes, I think they are definitely better. I mean, they look nicer anyway, so I think yes. They are still a bit blocky, but mainly here, you know. They're still a bit blocky, but at least above they are not. And to the side they are not. The only issue that they are whiter, so they are slightly whiter, and I don't know if that's a good idea. The problem is what happened to our body, boys. What happened to our body? But I think that our body is like this, but if I reload the skeleton, it will go away, because you see that it modified the skeleton somehow. So if I save my new beard, right, and I just reload the skeleton without caring about it, like if nothing happened, I think it would be fine. If you ask me why, I don't have an answer. But if you ask me if it will work, I would say probably yes. I'm using different modifier, blah, blah, blah. Modifier implementar object. You could reach sorry, I read it very late, but Vertex has been set modify. I just hope you don't play the witch apprentice and broke the little je ne sais quoi will give me all this channel to work from so long. Really? I mean, was better before? Come on. You want the blocky eyes? No, please. And anyway, these models will all be changed one day, so there is no turning back. The only problem is there are two white but because we choose the middle of the bird, which probably is the one that is the whiter, and remember that this will be colored, okay? This will be colored by the game. No, but it's much better, Ulla. It's much better. I mean, before you were seeing the blocky things in his eyes. It was super bad. Come on. Also, I think they are a bit too low, no? But they're too low, I don't know. I mean, they are still very blocky, but you prefer blocky. Holy moly, prefer blocky. Okay, you prefer blocky. By the way, I don't know why they are like this, if you really ask me. I mean, why they are so deep. But okay, let's leave them like this, otherwise it becomes too much of a change, and Hula will say it's no more my dwarf, you know? It's a different dwarf. What happened? Why? I want to change character. Para para. You like this song, eh? It's very nice, very nice song. Very nice song, this one. Again, remember, I'm not the doctor. I'm just the emergency doctor, okay? In this case. I'm the emergency doctor. The real doctor still needs to be here. Oh my god, these shoulders, boys. This shoulder, I cannot see them. I cannot watch them, I mean. I cannot look at them and not be sad about it. Let's fix those shoulders, because really I cannot live with that. Really, I cannot live with those shoulders, boys. Hey. So here is not very easy, because here what we need to do, I mean, to fix the shoulders for real, right? We will basically have to add a new loop, but a new horizontal loop. And unfortunately, this loop will go down the whole way up to the hand, because you see how simple is this model. But I really need the symmetry, boys. I really need the symmetry. I mean, I really need the X. How can I make this tool work with symmetry, Marcellum? Because the fact that it's not working with symmetry is a mess for me. If I do mirror X, right, and I move this, now it works. Now it works. Now on this one is working. On this one is working. Because basically what I will have to do, at least on the shoulder, is to add one or more loops, you know. Okay. To add one or more loops here. I don't know how many, but I mean, at least, I mean, one for, I basically need to double the geometry. I need to double the, I mean, I need to cut off here. And I need to go across these two meshes, actually. So probably the best would even be to merge the two meshes and then split them later on again. The problem if I do that, the texture will completely fuck up. Ah, pain. Pain. So you see these three faces, 1, 2, and 3. They have to be cut in the middle, each of them, right? Each one needs to be cut. Now we need to decide if the cut can be to the shoulder or the cut can be to the head, I mean to the neck. We can also do it up to here and not touch the neck, so we don't have to interface with the face, because if we change this, we will also have to change the interface with the head, right? And maybe we don't want to. Maybe we don't want to. But I would say at the minimum, I need a cut here. By the way, let me transform this thing into triangles, because I don't know how people can work in quads, but never understood that. Never understood that. Yeah, so we basically need to cut off here. Now, if we want to be smart about it, I think we can probably cut off only this piece. Yeah, but this will automatically cut this one as well. Anyway, let me try. If I cut off, if I knife from the middle of this one to the middle of this one to the middle of this one, and that's it. First question is, did he mirror it or not? Fuck, why didn't mirror it, boys? If he doesn't mirror, I'm fucked. He needs to mirror. If he doesn't mirror, GG, it's the end of the day. It's the end of the game. It's the end of the game. It is mirroring. Is the knife not mirroring? Or I can subdivide, is the same. But you see, if I subdivide this guy, he's not mirroring the subdivide here. Why? Control R for a loop cut. Control R. Control R for a loop cut. Loop cut does not work well on the formed edit mesh display. What does it mean? Loop cut doesn't work well on the formed edit mesh display. I have no idea. That is scary. I think this part of the shoulder is a bit different though, because this vertex is the same, but this one is the same or not? Yeah, it's the same. I think the model is identical, but bro, if I cut and it doesn't cut on the left is a problem, eh? Why it didn't cut here? Why? Why mirror cut knife doesn't work? You could use mirror modifier on the mesh if it's symmetrical. You can use mirror modifier on the mesh if it's symmetrical. I think it is symmetrical. Mirror modifier will kind of fix it. Mirror. Other potential operation reflect to active object. Mirror along the... for example, I see that it changed something here. No. Yeah, it changed something here because it's different. But I mean, it's okay for me. The important point for me is that if I'm cutting, it's cutting both sides. Otherwise, I cannot work. I cannot do the job twice. There is no way I'm going to do it twice. It's not working. It's not doing it. It's just not doing it. It's just not doing it, boys. So the only thing I can do is to really do it twice. But bro, doing it twice is so annoying. It's super annoying. Let me see if I bisect, if I subdivide this one and then I do it on the other side. If at least then he recognized this new vertex as mirrored. Yeah, the new moving the vertexes works. Is the subdivide that is not working? Topology mirror. Use topology mirror based mirroring for when the both sides of the mesh have matching unique topology. Let me try to enable this. Maybe it's doing something more. I don't know. No, it's not doing it. It's cutting only on one side. Do you have any suggestions? If you don't have any suggestion, I need to do it double. Normally delete alphabet and then mirror. But this will fuck up all my rig. I understand. That probably would be... Hello, Lucy. Hi. That would probably be the best way. I agree. But I can also try to do it. But then I need to completely re-rig the... You know, all the weights and... Okay, let me try to do it manually twice, okay? And then we see. If it's really too crazy, I will not do it, okay? But let me try 1 second and see how long it is. Okay? I just want to see how much time it takes me to do it. Okay, so basically, now what I did one full loop. One full loop. I did one full loop here, right? So I added one full loop here. I added one full loop there. And the texture stayed. So this means that we can now give some shape, you know, to this guy. At least in that point. And now I think the mirror will work, because now I think if I move this... Yes, you see, it's moving the other one as well. So... I mean, it's moving slightly. So, for example, now, you know, we can... You see that this face is completely flat? We can transform this flat into something that is less flat. Right? Which I would say is still problematic. It is still problematic, but meaning that it would probably need more polygons than this, huh? but is already better. Hello? Can I select that or? I don't know, it was not selecting anything. This should be 2 vertices, huh? Yes, exactly. I mean, I really hope he's doing it this way, because if he's not doing it this way... for example, here he didn't do it. He did just one, he didn't do the other. Why? No idea. I mean, this mirror is working so-so, I have to say. I mean, this mirror is doing a bit what the hell he wants. But you see that now the shoulder, at least on this part, is more rounded. So if you look at it from here, is already better. Now, it's not great, but it's better than before for sure. And if I do the same here, it will look better. And if I do the same here, it will look better, right? And after I did it, you will not remember anymore the old one, I tell you. You will think that this one is always been. I think we can subdivide up to here and not subdivide the rest. So that we don't get into the problem of connecting to the head, because connecting to the head is a problem for me. I don't want to change also the head mesh. By the way, this one it didn't subdivide. Yeah, it didn't. I didn't subdivide. Okay, so now we have all these new nice vertices also on this part. Now we have all these new vertices available also on this part. And so we will gently, okay? Gently. Otherwise, Tony and Ulla will start to scream. But we will gently move this vertex up, okay? Okay? Let's do it together. Without panicking, huh? Without panicking. Yeah, he's doing it all in one of the two. I don't know why. He doesn't do it between meshes, but it's okay. Without panicking, boys, huh? No panic. No panic. We are fine. Anyway, Tony requested to start from the dwarf, not me. It's not me. I didn't want to start from this guy. I said, oh, please. Please do it. I mean, it still looks a bit blocky, but I don't want to add another loop. I think this loop is already a big improvement compared to before. Uh-oh. Was the texture this way already? Or did I just fuck up the texture somehow? No, the texture was like that already. It really looks kind of ugly if you ask me, but okay. Now, why the right side looks better than the left side, even if they are identical in theory? Just a matter of perspective? Yeah, it's probably just a matter of perspective. Because I'm really not sure that this shoulder should go that much forward, particularly for these 2 points, right? I don't feel it should go that much. Well, let's say that even if the dwarf by itself is a bit hunched, you know, is a bit leaning forward, I understand, but I mean, what if we retouch it a bit? I mean, just a bit, okay? Just a bit. Like this, maximum. Maximum. And then yes, I always have to remove, but it's okay. I always have to move again the one of the other mesh because they are separate. Okay, I think here is a bit less blocky, but I think the big part will come also here. You see this thing, how ugly it is? I mean, how insanely ugly it is. You don't know because I mean you don't see it because you are used to it. But when you look at it from close distance, is really evident, right? So how do we do this one? This one we do the same. We do 1, 2, and 3. I think I don't even need this one because this one will already be well, in theory needs a full, you know, it needs a full new layer here, a full new layer here. That's what it needs. That's what it really needs. But we can also do it, huh? We can also do it. I mean, we can cut off everything. Who cares? But for sure, we need to start from this. So I basically need to... I can also do this. I can also do this. I can add a full loop here. Let's say the part that is really needed is the one on the shoulder because it's the more evident. Because in this part, it will probably bend way less. So it's not really needed. But it's kind of ugly at the moment. So the point is... all of this we need to be split like this, right? So this will be the minimum for a modern, well, not even modern, I mean, the minimum amount of polygons to actually model this part. This means that we need to subdivide also this one for sure. And this means we need to subdivide also this one for sure. And this means that we need to subdivide. And then here, I don't know, but here we have the same problem, huh? I think we can probably do only this piece. Yeah. Which, I mean, it still makes it a pretty low poly, you know, character. But at least we have a bit more space now to give him some shape, right? So we can take now this and decide, and here is where the artist is the problem. Here is where my limits are going to show up, but because we need to decide which shape to give to this back. My initial thinking is something like this, right? And my second thinking is anyway, at the moment I'm in mirror mode, right? Yeah, so if I move this one, it's moving the other one as well. I mean, here is still so freaking blocky. I mean, it's insane. But if we now raise, if we now move up, you know, all of this significantly, right? Significantly, I think it will. I think it will improve. It's still super blocky, but also because, you know, I think we need to lower this one. I mean, I appreciate the idea, but I think that this one is really too high. Right? Remember the emergency doctor. Remember that, okay? The emergency doctor, not the real doctor. I am not the real doctor. I am not. He's looking at us from the back. Is this thing double-sided or what? No, because it's not back face culling as usual. Right? No, even in back face culling is... What? Is it two-sided or what? I think this material is two-sided somehow. Ah, no, wait. It was not the right material. It was not the right material. Ah. So now he's not looking at us anymore. Now he's not saying anymore, what are you doing on my body? Don't touch me. Don't touch me, please. Okay. I think it's already much better, boys. You don't realize, but look at the shoulder now. Look at the shoulder here now. This part, not this part below. This part. And look at the shoulder, how it was here. Well, now he's in a different position, but I mean, you see how strong is this square? Is insane, right? Now the only problem is that if I import it now, probably it will not work because I have no idea the new vertexes what weight they got, right? I have no idea. But I think there is already a good fix. There is already a good fix. Let me try to see what happened to the new vertexes in terms of armature weight. So if I go spine, it seems the new vertexes anyway got some weight. Maybe not the right one, but it got some weight. So they are not at 0, which is good. Which is good. Not bad, not bad, not bad. Yeah, in this case, Blender did a decent job, really a decent job. Really a decent job. Yeah, some strong shoulder, yes, but not some square shoulders. Strong, I'm fine. Square, square, not that much. Okay, it's not too bad, I have to say. Okay, let's try just to import it and see what happens. Okay, it may be wrong, but it may also be okay. Let's see. I didn't touch. Wait, I didn't touch the second line. So because at the moment I touched only the first line. The second line that we added, which is anyway good because when he's stretching, the second line I didn't touch. So basically, all these points here. No, I touched it a bit. I think I touched it a bit. I mean, I understand the intent of this, but I don't agree on the position of these vertexes, so I need to change them. Okay, I think it's good. Now we may need another one here, but at the moment I'm trying to avoid doing it, but in theory we need another one, another cut here, because it's but I think this is already an improvement, assuming that it works. But if it doesn't work, we will make it work. Okay, we will fix it. If it doesn't work, means that we just need to fix the weight. Give that man a body he can be proud of. Okay. Why do you pull vertex instead of using the sculpt tool? Yeah, that's a good point. I could also use the sculpt tool, but maybe I'm less used to it. But yes, I can also use the sculpt tool. You are right. But the changes I want to make are so small that. But yes, I can try. I can try the next change. I can try. So torso, yes. Geometry, armature. Okay, it's good. Torso, go. And then we re-export the arms as well, because we touched also the arms. Arms, okay. Okay. Now we try to see what happens. Now I will have to reload because you see that the legs became super long. I don't know why. I have no idea. But we are going to re-import the guy. So you should remember this place, okay? This is the place you should remember. And also the back, you should remember this back with these square lines, right? You could take a screenshot in theory, but it's okay. So now let's see what happens if I re-import this. We can even try to do it live, meaning like this, and say re-import. It was not imported by me, and so is asking me the and now the arms, and now the arms. Okay. Okay, let me just reload the skeleton because as you see, something is happening on the skeleton. I don't know why. But it seems that when you do that, the skeleton is getting modified. I have no idea why. Okay, and here is our new guy. Well, not really new, but a bit better. I mean, it's still a bit square, but way less square than before. And also the back. So now if he does a certain animations that requires this thing to be moved, we need to see if it's better, but I think it will be better for sure. Yeah. I mean, it still looks a bit old, but less old. His bird is clipping his body. You mean like here? This I think is by purpose. I mean, like we don't have an easy way to avoid that. Like for example, this is not weighted the proper way, and so you can see through. You see the see-through is because this part of the neck is not weighted in the same way of this part of the hair, and so you see the hole. I mean, I'm not super happy about it, but it's better. I don't know why this shoulder is coming forward so much. That I have no idea. Also, the shoulders to me look like they are too close to each other compared to the model in Blender before the import in Unreal. So it seems that when you put it in Unreal, his skeleton is not really sized correctly. At least this is my... So it seems that his shoulders are smaller than the one that we see in this model, right? Now we also have the beard, so maybe we can add the beard to have the same effect, but you see the sides between here and here. Bah, maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe it's just that the whole thing is down. So I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe not. But anyway, I think at least we did something. We improved the eyebrows, which are not blocky like they were before. They are still blocky, but less. And we improved a bit the back and the shoulder. Now, now, by the way, this guy is already available, you know, for us to test in the game if we want. Huh? So if we want to do it, would be already available for us to... I don't know if I have a dwarf character though in the test database. Because the problem is not when he's in that position. The problem is when, for example, he's sitting down, is swinging, or is in, you know, he's putting the arms in very strange positions. And so this is when the bad geometry. No, we didn't break anything, which is amazing. I was expecting to break more stuff, so I think that, you know, what this has proven that this is possible. So it's possible for me to do some small changes. It's possible for me to do some small changes here and there without breaking things. And again, these are kind of emergency fixes, but I feel I need them. I really feel I need to do it now. I don't know, I have an urgency to do it. I cannot see those squares anymore, you know, even if they are still a bit bad, a bit low quality, but I cannot stand that much low quality. I cannot. And here the story begins. The story begins. Someone special was born. Was me. Far away from where his mission would be accomplished. No, I have to be far from home. No. You see, it's already the new shoulder. Look, it's already the new shoulder. Look. And it's already the new eyebrows. Look. Look. Ah. Easy artist. Easy artist. Easy artist. Incredibly enough, incredibly enough, I know, incredibly enough. Elders of each spoke of their zodiacs in a shared. Holy shit, we're going to the warp, boys. Revealing their meaning. I need to add a sound effect to the warp. And also I need a voiceover. At the end I will do all the voiceover myself. Fuck it, if people don't want to do it. You will have an Italian voiceover. Hello, man. You look beautiful. Look at your round shoulders. And your nice new eyebrows. I mean, still blocky, yeah, still blocky, but at least. But at least, you know. Yeah, in theory, in theory he should have his elbows on top of his knees, but the fact that the character is so small, it doesn't work, and so it looks like this. It's like it's like he's in a meditation position, you know. Okay. Say hello. Uh-oh, we have an issue here. Yeah, there is anyway some problem with the weighting. There are some weights which are really fucked up in this mod. Hello. Hello, Tecartade. Hi. Hey, thank you for the raid. I think he's Dermorian. What do you mean Dermorian? You see that when he says hello like this, there is one vertex here on the there is one vertex on the upper arm which is really going forward for some reason. Hey, hello, welcome raiders. Hello, hi, thanks for joining. Thanks for joining. Hello, Piat Machine. Hey, welcome back. So, we are trying to improve a bit our characters. And again, unfortunately I'm not an artist, so there is kind of little I can do. But with some, what is this thing here? What is this? What is this? What is it? I have no idea, but I'm gonna delete it. It's an edge. It's a random edge in the middle of nowhere. Which is not on this side. A loose edge flying into space. So why those vertexes are weighted so bad? Why? We ask ourselves why. Let me see. Let me see. Paint mode? Weight paint. I think it was like this vertex here. Like this guy. Like exactly this guy. They probably... What? I was already the one selected. That probably... What the fuck? Why sometimes he's not selecting anything? Okay, let me do it from here, because doing it from there scares me a bit. We are on the right arm, right? Right arm. Upper arm, lower arm. Okay, like this I understand it more. So the issue we have is that this loop, these vertices here are too much on the clavicle and too little on the arm. That's, I think, is the problem. Not even. Where are they weighted on? That's interesting. There is some fuck up here, eh? No? What? It's impossible. There must be some other weight. Clavicle R, okay. Clavicle R seems to be fine because, you know, it's very, very light here. Very, very light. Upper arm is also fine. But you see there is very little as well. It's like 0.5 or 0. And then the lower arm is 0. I think the lower arm is not 0 here, so I think that's the problem. I think there is a bit of a lower arm still in that place that we don't really see, but probably is there. Because otherwise I don't see any other reason. There was a way where I could see it much stronger. What was it? Was this one? This one, huh? There was a way to see the vertex. Wait, I discovered it one day. I discovered it one day. I discovered one day. Select. I don't remember how to select a single vertex, but was actually possible. And you could see, I mean, in weight mode, I mean. What happened? Uh-oh. I think I did something. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I think I hidden a layer or something. I think you could see the weight somewhere. The music is pretty tense. Yes, the music is random, but here it is. Is here. Is here. So you can see, for example, okay, so this vertex is upper arm 0.99. Wow, really? I mean, it didn't look like that at all. And clavicle 0.8. So it's correct, actually. How can he fuck up so much? Then it's another vertex. It's not that one. Because I don't understand how he can fuck up so much. No, it's impossible, boys. It's impossible. Do something else. Do this one. You see that it's really disjoint. This thing is like... Well, first of all, we have a problem with the weight between the inside, and that's already a problem, but only on the left. Only on the left we have because I can see through. There is the problem of having models, you know, which are split in pieces. Because, I mean, it's not very easy to copy the weight between one mesh and the other mesh. How were we doing that? It's a long time ago that I did it. How did we copy the weight between one vertex and the other vertex? I think we were doing in edit mode, not in... I think I was doing copy. Yeah, I was doing copy and paste from here. So like I copy this and I paste it on his brother on the other side, right? Like this guy, and I do paste. No. Copy. What? Why there is no paste? Copy the active vertex to the other selected. Ah, yes, there was this fucking mesh. They can only do it between a single mesh. We can only do it between a single mesh, boys. So if we... So basically we need to merge these vertexes. There is no way. Because you cannot copy weight between... or yes, or I can. Maybe I can. Wait. If I do this and this, please select both of them. Well, I can do this. No. You see that it's selecting these two together, but it's not selecting... Ah, yes, it is. Bro, please select those two vertexes for me. Please do it. I need it. No, not these two. These two. Why is not selecting the other one? Why? I'm in X-ray mode, so it should. And now it did it, but it did... Fuck. Pain. There are two vertexes which are exactly in the same spot, but... He doesn't want to select them all unless I do this. But if I do this, I cannot do the copy-paste, because he needs an order, right? He needs to copy this on top of, for example, this one. And so in this case, you can click on copy, and he's copying the weight. But I needed to copy this one on this one, but they are so close. They are so close that the tool is struggling to actually do what it needs to do. Bro, please select. Doesn't want to select, boys. Yeah, I can merge the vertex, but if I merge the vertexes, it will merge the UV, and if we merge the UV, it's a freaking mess, I tell you. I think. Do you think he's merging the UV or not? If he's not merging the UV, I can... switch off OpenGL layer selection. Oh my god, here we are going into rocket science stuff. Is under navigation selection, or is under viewport selection? OpenGL depth pitch. Use the depth pitch buffer for picking 3D selection view without the front. Blah, 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 blah. Okay. Let's try now. Where is the vertex now? I cannot even see it, bro. Ah, my eyes are going places. Is this vertex here? It doesn't want to select the one on the right unless I'm clicking first on this mesh and then I'm selecting this. And if I click on this mesh, then he's selecting the other one, you see. So it's like following the logic. You know that I can probably trick him in the sense that I can select this mesh and then this one. And then I select this mesh and then this one. And then I exclude, and then I exclude this one. Ha 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 ha. Ha 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 ha. Ha ha ha. Ha 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 ha. Ah ha ha ha. I win. I win. Okay, now do the copy, please. So basically the trick is to select one from the other mesh and then he's doing it. From the other side, right? And then he's doing it. Fuck, but he didn't copy. Yes, the problem is that he doesn't copy because it's between different meshes. So the only way is to merge and split again. The problem is that if I merge and split again, I think something else will mess up. But we can try. but we can try. By the way, why this vertex has to be so much inside the body? I mean, like, so much inside the body in this position. Why? I mean, why we need it that much inside? So you want me to merge it, huh? Let me save it before doing more damages. I mean, I can merge them. I can select the wall shoulder and merge by distance. I mean, I can do this and merge by distance, and it will do it. No, I cannot merge because there are two meshes. I need to... Hello, Sam. Do you have a need of any more music for the game? I do a lot of... Yeah, absolutely, yes. Absolutely, yes. We have a lot of our own music, but it would be nice to have more music. I think we have at the moment something like probably 30 pieces. But for the new areas that we are going to add, and also for the new villages and for some new dungeons and some new caves, absolutely. Contact me on Discord and we can see. So if I want to change it, I need to... Okay, I will not change it. I will not change it. We will live with this. For now, we will live with this. Again, I don't want to go crazy, you know, doing a million changes. I just want to improve the models a bit. Okay, so my objective is to make the models to get these models 5 or 6 years forward in time compared to where they when they were designed. Okay, I don't want to move them 20 years. I want to move them 5 or 6 years, and that's okay. And then I need an artist to actually do the real job, right? Okay, so I think on this guy, I don't want to modify anything else. Now, if you ask me, the feet are really, really, really square. Maybe we can do something on that. I mean, if you look them from the top, you see that they are really boom, 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 right? And I don't know if Hula, you like the square feet. Maybe you do. Do you like the square feet? But look at that, boys. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Holy moly. Old models win. I mean, the bare minimum is to divide here, divide here, divide here, right? And maybe also at the back. But at the back, I think is less important. I think the front is more important. So... if the tool can please keep the mirroring, but it doesn't do it. It doesn't do it on cut. So, okay, it doesn't do it on cut for whatever reason. So we will basically section. We will basically cut this, and this, right? So we'll just subdivide, simply. And then we will give to these feet more of a square look. I mean a round look, not square, sorry. And more of a round look than what he has now. But anyway, if anyone is new to the stream, we need everything, okay? So if you want to help, by the way, we are a free project, so we do it for fun. We don't do it commercially. We don't have any aim to become rich or to gain money from this. We just do it for fun. So there is no, you know, pressure on time or on whatever. Obviously, we would like to do it in this life and not in the next one. So that's a kind of an important point. But apart from that, why is not mirroring now? Because I don't have the mirror on. Okay. Touché. Touché. Okay, it's already better. Now, these are really round. I don't know if we want them this way, but I think it's better round than square anyway. So when you look at this guy now, you know, and you look at this guy before, you know, this is before. Another thing that I really need, boys, if someone wants to help, is improving the texture quality of the old models. Like these models, some of these models have 128 by 128 textures, right? And these are not possible in this universe anymore, right? These are, I mean, 128 by 128 texture do not exist anymore in this universe. Not even on mobile phones, right? So, not even on old mobile phones. So, we wanted to do a plane shift meeting one time, but then it never happened. But we wanted to do like a plane shift convention and meeting one time when the game was popular in the glory days. But never happened. But never happened. That would be nice anyway. The fun thing is that you will see... The fun thing is that you will see people of all ages. The max concurrent players, so number of players at the same time in game was, I think, 300 and something. 300 and something. But I don't know. But it was regularly 250. I mean, very regularly 250 back in the days. But I don't know if I can change this. I mean, I feel that this part is wrong, but I don't know which way wrong. I don't know if it's just too high, too low, too big, too short, too... I think I will leave it as it is. We made it round, which is anyway better. I think if I touch this part, I will make damages. I need an artist to think about this. And yeah, like this texture, this one that you see, that you basically don't see because it's too low quality, I think is 128. And maybe it's even 128 by 64. I don't know, but it could be, you know. The feet, which were the one that we were... No, I think it... No, it's probably 120 anyway, but 120 anyway. I think. And I don't know. We can check, but... For example, this texture needs to be redone, right? And I need someone that helps me to redo it. This one. I don't know where I see the resolution, but I tell you it's super small. May even be 64 by 64. I think that the toe should go more. The big toe side goes further out. The feet. I don't know. Yeah, consider that unfortunately we use the same mesh for but I like the feet this way. I think they are very dwarfy. I think I like them like this. Yes, it's a bit wrong here. I agree. Like, but again, I think if I touch them, I'm doing damages. But I kind of agree that. But I think I'm doing damages, boys. I don't want to do damages. But I kind of agree that it should be a bit like this. A bit more like this, but I don't know. Do you think like this is better than this? I like the fact that they're very round. Looks better toe forward, you think? Like this. Okay. Approved. I mean, here the feet is completely broken, but the texture is broken, but that's another problem. Okay, approved. So we also fixed a bit the feet, okay? We also fixed a bit the feet, which is very nice. We didn't break anything, like Marcellum was saying. See the image below? Yeah. But there is a dwarf, you know? I mean, you don't have to think in human terms. You have to think in plain... Now you see? Now that you see the new ones, this one you cannot look at anymore. You cannot look at this one anymore because they are terrible, right? You are like, what the fuck? So that's usually what happens. As soon as you upgrade something, it becomes normal. And now we will see, oh, now the texture looks bad, right? And now we need to fix the texture then. But it's okay. It's okay, we can improve. We can improve, boys. Okay, we're going to re-import this model. Poof. Okay, did it. I think. Yes, I think it did it. I think it did it. So we have our new feet. Let me just check the... Let me just check the sharp, because it seems there is something a bit weird there. No, there is no sharp. There is no sharp at all in the wall feet, not even the bottom. Nah, that's a bad idea. We need the bottom to be sharp. Otherwise, the light will look very, very strange because the engine cannot, you know, really find a proper way around it. So I think we need this. Otherwise, you will have very weird shadows. When you have like an angle of 90 degrees, I think there is no chance. You have to. Maybe you don't want to, but at the end you have to. So the plan is in the next 2 or 3 days, you know, to go on and do some small fixes like this to all the characters, or anyway to all the ones that are really screaming for a fix. I want to see if now that I changed the sharp, this part will become different when I re-import it. Yes, well, a bit. I mean, not much, but a bit. On this side, it definitely improved. Okay. Yeah, we definitely need better textures. I mean, again, it's not everywhere because we have some textures that are fine, but they are acceptable. But there are just, I mean, some that are super low, right? And the ones that are super low, we really need to change. I mean, it's a slow process, right? We cannot change everything immediately, but we can continue to do small improvements, small changes to make it better and better and better and better. And yeah. Okay, I think, boys, it's starting to be a bit late. It's more than midnight here, so I think I have to go. But I think it was a good session. So what we did, we analyzed the different characters and made a list, you know, of the ones that we feel that are not good enough, or anyway, they really need help immediately. And I would say for the Stone Hammer, at the moment, I can say that it's done. So we fixed the shoulder, we fixed the back, we fixed the eyebrows, we fixed the feet. So I would say not too bad. At least is a bit more rounded and a bit better. And then tomorrow we will go with the other models, right? One by one, try improvement a bit. Good. Are the dwarves approving? Tony, which is a dwarf, says nice work. So it seems that the dwarves are approving the fixes. If the dwarves are approving the fixes, we are very, very good. We are in good shape. Okay, boys, I'm gonna go. See you. And if you want to leave a follow, will be nice. Also, if you want to subscribe on YouTube, will be nice as well. And we have our Patreon site. We have a goal of 55 Patreons, just updated today, and we are at 53. So if you want to join, please do it. If not, don't worry. We're going to build this game anyway. No matter what, we are gonna make this game. See you. Bye bye. Bye bye. There is one of our musics, for example, if you want to listen to it. For the person that said he want to contribute music, this is one of the music that we composed. Good night.